What's something new you learned in the past week?
How to twirl a baton.
Name one thing you couldn't live without.
My passport.
Do you have a middle name?
Yes, it's Megan. My first name is actually Rachel.
What was your favorite TV show growing up?
I Love Lucy.
What's the first role you ever auditioned for?
Hot girl #1 in A Lot Like Love with Ashton Kutcher.
Did you get it?
Yes.
If you could have been in any movie ever, what would it be?
Splendor in the Grass.
If you had to be an animal for a day, what would that animal be?
My dog, Bogart. Best life ever.
Can you do an impression of anyone?
No. Although, when I get punchy late night on set, I always start to go into this like, oh yeah, see? Come on, fellas, let's keep it moving. They like that.
What's your favorite pizza topping?
Chili peppers.
Your favorite phone app?
Heads up.
How long could you last without your phone?
A scene. I can last a scene without my phone.
What's the last thing that you Googled?
Just before I walked in here, I Googled this thing about dog training. I got a new rescue dog. He needs some training.
Name a book that's had a big influence on you.
The Sound and the Fury.
What children's book can you not wait to share with your kids?
The Giving Tree.
If your life was a children's book, what would the title be?
The Glorious Adventures of Freckle-Faced Meg.
If you were a superhero, what would your power be?
Teleportation.
And what would your kryptonite be?
Wine.
What person, living or dead, would you like to grab a drink with?
Anthony Bourdain.
And what would you drink?
If I was with Anthony Bourdain, I'd drink a Negroni because I'd feel cooler.
What's a guilty pleasure of yours?
The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
What's a song that's guaranteed to get you dancing?
It's called Murder on the Dance Floor. It's a British song like, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know.
What day in your life would you love to relive?
The day that I found out I got Suits.
What's your favorite scene on Suits that you were not in?
The mud bath scene. So good.
What's something you and Rachel have in common?
Our ambition.
What are you most proud of?
Being the UN advocate for women's political participation.
If your teenage self could see you now, what would she be most impressed by?
The fact that my hair's straight. I think she'd be really impressed that I'm an actress on a successful show. It's crazy.
Good. I love you girls because all of you just say F you to winter all the time. You're wearing a sheer skirt.
I know. It's adorable.
Oh, thank you.
Give us winter survival tips. How do you look good without putting on Uggs every day?
Well, yeah, exactly. They say that there's no bad weather, just bad clothing for it. If you're dressed well for it, you're not cold, right? Why are you laughing already?
What are you doing here?
Can I come in?
Rachel, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Rachel, what are you doing here?
Can I come in?
No.
It's also been a great way for me to connect with people, like Emily, who's right here. I only know her through Twitter, and I knew she was coming because I saw it on social media.
Stop it, really?
Yes, and she's going on a trip soon to Costa Rica to do some aid work because she said that my UN stuff inspired her. I wrote you a letter. I brought it.
Okay, that is amazing.
So you can try to reopen this case if you want, Miss Sane. But you're wasting your time.
I know. I don't know why that was funny. I'm closest with on the show, though, are Rick and Sarah, who played Donna and Lewis. Those are my buddies. Rick and I always go and get foot massages together. It's our own off-camera version of mudding, I guess.
I don't know. All I know is that I got. Okay, ready?
And that's
So good.
Wait.
I need to talk to you. We have a problem.
What's wrong?
My mic's about to fall down my skirt.
It's a girl.
Well, now you know how it feels. Then stop dropping the soap. It's great if I get in, and I'm only going to get in if I get this done, and if I don't get it done, and I can't get it done, people get bothered. It's only great if I get in, and I can't get it.
It's kind of fun to watch this. Let's do it again.
One. Ooh. I love it.
Oh, let's make love. I slept with Harvey.
How big was he? Was he good? How long did it last?
Well, now what?
Oh,
get to act disappointed that I work here too.
Wow, I don't know what I did there, but it was mean. It was so mean.
The best thing to get over a breakup. See, here's what's bad is that if you're asking my girlfriends, they would always say the best way to get. Yeah, I'm sure you've heard this.
Of course.
Best way to get over one guy is
To meet another.
Yeah. Right? My mom always said though, like, and I sort of love this analogy. She's like, but when your heart breaks, it's just open up for more love.
Oh, I like that.
Who's been the most inspiring woman in your own life?
Gosh, there's so many. I mean, of course, my mom. I mean, this is a live stream. If I
Yeah,
didn't
if
say
she
lead
didn't
with my
say
mom,
that, you're not going to be at Christmas.
you know, kidding. It's like my mom.
Real here.
No, my mom's amazing. My mom is. We're so different. My mom is a yoga instructor and a social worker, and she's got a nose ring and dreadlocks, and she's super free spirited and laid back. And so yeah, so she's like, you just came out like this. I don't know where you came from.
Might I point out that I was the one that brought the hacking to your attention in the first place? So.
You want a cookie?
Is it homemade? I just don't do store-bought.
So good to finally meet you. It's so great to meet you. We'll take. Oh! This is. I got a big letter from him. Oh no.
I also have a letter from Sol, who is Meghan Markle.
Oh yeah, in Brazil.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Mine and hers, and then
I'll talk to you right after.
Okay.
We'll finish the interview. So what's so funny too, and I don't think I've ever told this, you don't want to get your natural hand oils on the paper. So I would wear a white tube sock on my hand and sit there and do all the place cards and envelope
Girl,
addresses.
you got mad skills.
Oh no, I'm just resourceful.
You calligraphy while wearing a tube sock?
Resourceful.
I mean, mad skills.
Webisode!
Rachel, whatever it is, it's going to have to wait.
Oh, okay. You asked me to bring you whatever I had on the Bailey file. Okay, sorry, zip it up.
So every day after school for 10 years, that's where I grew up. I was there, which is a really odd place for a little girl to grow up, let me tell you. I remember, because I would be at the tapings and I'd be there all the time. And I'd be in, I went to all-girls Catholic school, so I'd be in a little school uniform. But then you'd watch, like, Tracy Lords or Tia Carrera walk by in a school uniform. My dad's like, no, Meg, that's not the same. Different kind of vibe. And
He's like, don't be getting any ideas.
Yeah, don't get any ideas.
I need to find out everything about the former DAs.
I've never seen that movie.
You...
What? It's black and white.
Well, so are you.
Ugh. Okay, what's your...
How's Mike doing?
Mike's good. He's really good.
Yeah. How good is he? Oh, wait. No, don't answer that.
Dad!
But you didn't tell me that you never wanted to see me again. It's okay. It's okay. You accepted me for who I am. God, Gabriel's rubbed off on you.
But like last night, did I go and have a really nice dinner with my best friend and who's getting married? And I'm the maid of honor, so of course we had to go celebrate.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, you just, somebody might say, no, you can't do that. You have press tomorrow. Right, I also have a real life to live, and press is part of it, and so is celebrating with a friend. Like, you do you, and whatever that means for you, wherever you find your comfort level. For me, this is it, and...
Then Harvey made them look at the video, and it showed that I was only acting in self-defense. Then Harvey made them look at the video, which showed I was only acting in defense.
Let's just...
Let me tell you all about it.
Lock the doors.
Are you serious?
Take yes for an answer.
I'm locking the door.
Oh, God, why do you keep doing that?
You were talking to my doll?
Mikey's a great listener.
He has no ears.
And yet somehow he hears me.
He has no ears.
And yet somehow he hears me.
He has no ears.
Am I...
That's the line, isn't it?
And yet somehow he hears
Ready? Ready? Here we go. It's gonna be good. It's awesome. This is the webisode.
I don't know if I can shoulder it by myself for the rest of my life.
You don't have to shoulder it by yourself. You can always come to me.